Hey y'all. Hey guys, it's me, Gold Palms. If you agree, like, or anything resonates with you, click the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Cash App is $Gold Palms 715. If you love what I'm saying and you want to support my channel, I would appreciate it. So today, as you can see by the title, I want to talk a little bit about love. Everybody loves love. Love can go off the hinges sometimes. And I want to talk about possessive lovers. I wanted to talk about a sense of ownership over your partner. Once you're together, you've been together for a while, and what that looks like. Also, exclusivity, making a decision to be in a committed situation with someone and then saying, hey, so we are doing this thing together and we're not involving anyone else. And then maybe one of those people changes their minds, or one of those people finds another person interesting or becomes interested in another person. What does that look like? What does that look like? What can we tolerate as humans? Are some of us more inclined to want to be possessive and exclusive only ever in life? Are some people more inclined to being less exclusive and loving other people throughout their lifetimes and being okay with that? Can two people who have a different outlook on exclusivity actually make it? What do you think? Because I think, for me, that you can't own anyone. And it sucks because a lot of people become so attached to their person or the person that's with them at the time, at the moment, that they can't see beyond a time when they possibly won't be together. They can't be together. And within that attachment, they spin out. They become agitated because the thought of their person not being with them they just can't fathom it. So what does that look like for other people? For me, I know that I've always thought, hey, I don't think that there is one single person on this earth that I can't live without. Now, as a mother, I can't live without my kids. That's a different relationship. But romantic relationships, I think that I can't own and I can't possess another person. Even as much as I love them or I know they love me, I have always, even as a kid, had in my mind that there will be other loves. There's always another love. And you can stay committed to someone and still have love or care or interest in someone else. But a lot of people cannot handle that. A lot of people cannot handle that. And I think that other things impact our ability to stay together and stay committed. But I think given the license as people, that we would stray often and become interested often in other people, especially for men. And as a woman, I know that men's capacity for love and commitment is different than a woman's. And just to be clear, on my channel, I use gender names like male, female, man, woman. Like, that's what we doing here. I use women-centered language. Yeah, that's what I do on my channel. So, yeah. But I have a traditional mindset as far as relationships go. However, I know within that traditional mindset that people can have other plans and you can deviate from those things and still make it back to the middle. When I see women that get so distraught, so broken, so savagely torn apart by infidelity from their partner, cheating, we don't like that word, but when I see that happening to women, it makes me wonder, is it a love thing or is it an ego thing? Is it an ego thing that makes you think, hey, I'm supposed to be the best person in your world, in your circle. How could you ever care about anyone else? I'm supposed to be at the top of your mind, at the top of your list always. And I get that when you're in love, that you want that type of commitment and respect. But I also know that as I've grown and matured in love, I realize that you can't have possessiveness, that you can't want to keep someone. And I don't want to be possessed either. I don't want to feel like the rope is tied around my neck, like I'm on a leash and I can't think or budge or move outside the parameters of a relationship. So I think that when people become shattered because of like infidelity or whatever, my hair is hairing. I don't know. It's like puffy. But I feel like so much of that is ego. People would get so shocked, like, oh my gosh, you would consider someone else. Yeah, I like you. I love you. I care about you. But there are other people, billions of people on this planet. And although there is a commitment of the mind and a commitment in the heart and maybe physical commitment, that doesn't mean that I will never, ever, 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 ever see, hear, smell another being on this planet that is interesting to me. It's just impossible. So, yeah. Is there a place for possessiveness in relationship? Is there a place for ownership in relationship? I think there isn't. I think understanding and hope that a person wants to be loyal. I don't even know what that means. But you can hope for it. Loyal, like to me, When I think about people being like, oh, my partner is loyal, my girl is loyal, my dude is loyal to me, I feel like, are they a dog? I'm not a dog. I'm not loyal to anybody. If the circumstances and conditions are not conducive to how I want to live, I'm out. You start tripping, I'm out. Not like I won't stay and work things out, or I don't think people should stay and try to work things out. But if it's tripping, I got my red pencil because I was making notes. But if it's tripping, I'm out. So there's no loyalty for me. That word does not exist in a relationship for me. I think loyalty comes in when you're talking about like a dog, an animal who is dependent on you for shelter, food, whatever else dogs like to do, chew toys. That's for dogs. Loyalty is for dogs, not for grown behind men and women who have made decisions to come together. Loyalty, I think, ends at dysfunction. So there's responsibility, there's caring, there's loving, there's staying, fighting, working it out. There's tenacity in relationship, but loyalty, and y'all throw that word around so much, that loyalty in friendship or relationship, woo, 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 woo. That's a hard one. I'm not doing that. Loyalty is crazy. Loyalty is crazy. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. And there was a trend like, when was that? 2010s, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, all them, 15, 16. There was a trend where people would be tattooing all these different sayings on, well, you remember, no one can judge me but God, the neck tattoo. A lot of people got those. So I always wonder about them. I'm like, are you trying to be an individual? Because you're not really an individual because a bunch of people have the same tattoos. So you're just like a few other people. So it's not really individual. But anyway, getting back to the tattoo, people would have these little sayings like, right, girls would get it right here on their wrist. Loyalty. Not I. Not I. I'm not going to brand myself. First of all, tattoos are kind of lost on me. I know I'm old, but not judging anyone who has tattoos. I've seen some really nice body work and artwork that has made me want to get a tattoo, but as you can see with my subject matter, I'm a little non-committal. So tattoos are not for me because I could never see, like, I'm one of those people who always see the possibilities, always see the possibilities. So loyal, getting back to my first point, because my mind is everywhere. Getting back to my first point, loyal. What does that mean? What does that mean? That I will stick by you through all kind of foolishness? Now, we can go through stuff together. This ain't working, that ain't working. We want to upgrade. We want to do this and that together as a team. We're going to buy a new car as a team. We want to buy land as a team. I'm going to stick by you and have responsibility and make our lives together the best it can be. But loyalty does not include you start getting different ideas about life. You start switching up on me. You start being abusive, or you fall off in a certain way. Loyalty does not mean that I stick through that. No, no. And I don't think anyone should. I don't think anyone should. If things aren't working out for you, then you have the right and the license to leave, and no one owns you. No one owns you. And that's the risk that you take in loving people. That's the risk that you take in joining yourself in relationship or even marriage. Or even marriage. That's the risk that you take. That people are not to be owned. You cannot possess them. They are their own, and they have, just like I talked about in my other live, free will. And they can wake up any day of the week and not be that reliable, loyal person that you thought they were. They have free will, and you do too. You cannot, people need to stray from this mindset that they own someone just because you like them, just because you love them. You cannot own them. That's my talk for today. I hope that we can keep it all in check and be careful while we're living and loving to remember that you get each day in a relationship, in a marriage, in a friendship. You get each day to love and cherish and share with that person. And it's a treat. And it is not promised. Just like every day is not promised. And that's what makes relationship and friendship and all that so special. That every day, every moment, that person chooses you. And you have a lot to do with that. Or you don't. And they're just exercising their free will. And they're staying or walking off based on how they feel in the moment. Who knows? I'm like a philosopher. I literally sit and just think about this stuff. Age will do that to you. You start thinking about stuff and how wonderful life is and how beautiful it is to be around people and with people. And even more so as a mother now, I think about my kids and their attachment styles and how they might love in the future, and the people that they become friends with, the people that they choose as partners, the relationships that they have, possibly like boyfriend, girlfriend relationships that you have before marriage, and how that stuff will impact them. And I think about what to say to them about how to navigate those things and what it means for their self-worth. Because a lot of people think too, like, I've told my girls this, like, a lot of people think that if someone's acting a certain way towards you, that it should impact your self-esteem and your confidence and your worth as a person. And it really shouldn't. That's none of your business. They're going to be how they are. For instance, one of my kids said she had gone to camp, and it was a new week, so all new kids. And she on Monday had played with this girl and maybe one or two other girls, and they got along great. And then by Wednesday, we were having a very different conversation where she was like, yeah, I've been playing with some other kids. Even though she was so enamored and so excited to have met that girl and played with that girl on, the Monday. By Wednesday, it was different. kids are very fickle. And I told her, yeah, that's happened to me before. You meet someone, you get along great with them, and then they're over there flitting and flying away and playing with someone else. What does that do to you? You didn't do anything wrong. You're the same person you were on Monday. But that person wanted to explore and meet other people, and you do not own that person. You do not possess that person. It was nice that you guys had that time together, but also it's okay to move on. And guess what? Once you meet someone and you're around someone, you'll never not know them. And then guess what? By the end of the camp, they were playing again. They're back hooked up playing again, playing with other girls, and the other girl brought some new friends that she had met. And, people get so torn up by the ebbs and flows of relationship. And we've been given this crazy, box that we're supposed to fit into as far as relationship goes. We've been given all these hey, this is what this means, that's what that means, stuff that you're supposed to do in order to show that you are truly in love or truly with someone. We've been given all those hints and cues through TV, movies, all that stuff. And we hear these stories about couples that were together 50 years and he never did this and she never did that and they loved each other. We live in a very different time from those older generations who could make that happen. And I pray and I hope that that kind of thing can still happen. But I think everyone needs to really take a moment and realize that possessiveness has no place, even in a 50-year relationship. I'm sure those people woke up every day hoping to God that the person that they're dealing with stays another day, another year. And I think the hope thing is what things should hinge on, really. Not I own you. Not you're mine, be mine kind of stuff. So that just makes people feel, whatever the kids say, cringe. It's very much cringe. Okay? Very much yuck. I don't want someone talking about they own me. No, man. So as we move through the day, stay loving, stay hoping, stay open. Stay open. So yeah, it's me, Gold Palms, guys. Thanks for hanging around. I hope something that I said resonated with you today, because it's really coming from my heart. I hate to see people that are causing themselves hurt because they think things are supposed to be a certain way. Don't hurt yourself, Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit me on the Cash App. If you got my number, hit me on Zelle, which no one has my number, but yeah. I've enjoyed hanging and talking. Bye.